An Activision Blizzard spokesperson confirmed that the company will be ending most work-from-home practices, with Blizzard Entertainment employees being required to spend at least 3 days in a week in office starting on July 10th. Why? I think that you can make an argument that at least having some time that you come into the office could be good for team building or for some sort of morale. I think you can make that argument. 3 days seems like a lot. I don't know, maybe 2 would be better. I think 4 is too many, so it's probably like 1, 2, or 3. I don't think anything more than 3. So 3 days is becoming the standard. Exactly. So, or the Fred, what's this? Oh, yeah, that, I feel bad for people that work at Blizzard because they're going to have to deal with these breast milk jokes for the next 20 years, even though there was never even, it was never really confirmed that the breast milk was stolen maliciously. It was just kind of an implication or an assumption. But it doesn't matter because the idea of it is so compelling that people will just believe that it's true. We do have decreased effectiveness. We can't brainstorm as well. It's harder to work together. But I think a single office day would be good. I mean, here's how I see it, okay? This is my experience as a Blizzard consumer, okay? I think Overwatch 2 has been relatively good, even though they completely dropped the ball at the PvE stuff. It seems like Diablo 4 is coming along quite well. World of Warcraft is in the best state that it's been in a long time. And all of these things were achieved from home. So, from my perspective, whenever I see, like, and no, even if you're, like, they made the trading post, the content is in the game, like, they're making it, there's a new patch coming out already, there's new shit coming out for WoW constantly. So, as somebody who has played Blizzard games for a long period of time, it seems like the content pipeline is very good right now. So whenever I hear that they're going to rock the boat with that, I don't know about this. Like, I mean, we got a good thing going right now. Like, do we really want to do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I found less distractions working from home. Here's the truth. Yeah, I've also heard there's good things about the Diablo 3 seasons. Enables quicker and better communication now. Being at the office allows for quicker and better communication. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there are going to be positives and negatives, right? I'm not going to say that and I do think that being in an office and working together with people in the office does have actual value, and it's not just a meme. I do 100% believe that. The only thing that I'm disagreeing on here is the frequency in which it should happen. You see what I'm saying? Office helps a lot for productivity. Yes, but you also have to keep in mind that this is, that's not true. Getting pinged on Slack is 1,000 times faster than finding someone in person. I think it depends on who it is and who's on Slack, right? Like, for me, if you want a response from me, you will have to wait at least, probably 3 days, minimum. If it's a Discord message, do you want green or blue? You're going to have to wait 3 days because yeah, you have to wait a fortnight. Because if I respond to people immediately, then they get into the habit of like, oh, let's send them a message, see what he oh, let me stop you there. So, yes, I do get it. Don't work for someone like office workers? That's right. But, yeah, and it is unfortunate, right? Sometimes whenever there are issues, somebody will message me, then somebody else will message me, then Tips will message me, and it's like, fuck. Okay, all right, fine. I have to actually do some work today. This is awful. But yeah, no, it's happened before. Have a PA, personal assistant. I mean, I've thought about that. But anyway, point is that I can see this being very problematic. I'm not going to, act like I understand all the nuances of this. Last time I worked anywhere, besides, obviously, like with my stream and everything, was in 2013. So the world's changed a lot. And what I did is very different than what this is. So I don't know. But as a consumer, I feel like the content that I'm getting right now is better than it has been in the past. And it was at the office in the past, and now it's not. Is this a correlation, not causation situation? I don't know. Certainly worries me. So, yeah. Work from home benefits, no workplace drama, save on utilities. People tend to be happier and more productive. Oh, I don't know about that. I think that there are a lot of people that might actually enjoy being more productive at work because they're less distracted. They can't just go and watch Netflix at the same time. I think we're going to have to wait and see. No, I don't think that we can. And if somebody has information about this, like studies or like any research on this, I'd be curious about it. But I'm not going to immediately sign off on that and say, yeah, I agree. Because I think it's a mixed bag. Let's see here. 50 starved dogs. What's this? I was so mad. Okay, I'll look at it in a minute. Is video game music classical? Well, anyway, so Q&A with Blizzard leadership, return to office, bonuses, leave devs fuming. Okay, let's see what this is. GameDeveloper.com. What did Mike Ybarra say to Blizzard employees? Q&A took place. Began to boil as particularly during a conflicting back and forth discussion on how the company ranks worker performance. Ybarra repeatedly downplayed comments by a lead engineer, Brian Birmingham. See, this is a bad place for Mike Ybarra to be in, because apparently what I think even Brian Birmingham said is that this the what do you call it? Like the power ranking and like grading people on a curve. This comes from even above him. So it's like this guy has to he has to fucking say what because like you gotta remember, I don't think he's the CEO of Blizzard, is he? I don't know if he is. But even if he is the CEO of Blizzard, the CEO is not the person who's in charge. The person who's actually in charge are the people that are on the board of directors. That is the actual fucking Illuminati. Those are the people that actually make the decisions, and the CEO just does what they tell them to do. Okay? Yes, it's Bobby and Bobby's boys. That's what it is. Yeah, CEO gets a check, he keeps things running, everything goes okay, but it's the board of directors that make decisions. It's hard for me to say whether it's him actually saying this and believing it, or him just trying to justify what he has to say. And this is, again, coming from Brian Birmingham. So this isn't like my assumption, this is from somebody who has intricate knowledge in this topic. But anyway, let's go ahead and read the rest of it. After reportedly defending a ranking system, making comments that would truly anger employees, these began with a statement that seemed to imply that Blizzard Entertainment executives are equally impacted by the decision to slash the annual profit-sharing bonus. According to several sources, Ybarra stated something to the effect of, if you think that executives are making a lot of money and you aren't, you're living in a myth. In the context of the discussion, Ybarra's statements was technically factual. Blizzard's decision to cut the profit-sharing bonus to 58% does apply equally to all employees, executives included. In a broader context, sources agreed that Ybarra's statement, and particularly the implication that employees are living in a myth, doesn't make sense. Test analysts in Blizzard's Irvine are making as low as $22 an hour. And you have to keep in mind, so this is in California, okay? So that 22, just take out the second 2. Okay? Yeah, just take out the second 2. So what we're really talking about here is $2 an hour. Okay, that's nothing. I went to California. Holy fuck. So we went to this one, and it was a bit of a bougie seafood restaurant, which, by the way, I fucking hate seafood. The bill? $2,200. Nobody got bottle service. Can you fucking believe that? I didn't pay it. I left. Fuck them. I think Miz had to pay it or somebody. So, like, yeah, what's my problem? It was 7 people? It was like 14. But, like, even divide that. Like, divide that. It's still over $100. I got an 8-ounce filet mignon steak. $47. 8-ounce. And it wasn't even good. It's crazy, man. That's cheap. Oh, no, it's not, bro. You go to Texas Roadhouse and you're going to eat for free. Like, you're getting a, like, I go to Texas Roadhouse, me and my dad. Number one, their chicken fried steaks are the best, and it's not even remotely close. It's like I go on down to Cracker Barrel, and their chicken fried steaks are okay. But you go to IHOP, their chicken fried steaks, bro, that's chicken fried something else. But you go to Texas Roadhouse, you get their chicken fried steak, that's the good shit, okay? What, Meryl? Look, we're not about to have a Hassan moment here, okay? So, like, just chill out on that. Yeah, and so anyway, I got food for me and my dad, and it was like, I think it was in $20. It was like $20 something. Food for both me and him. Like, I got a steak, he got a steak. We got steaks. And it was that much. Roadhouse is good, dude. It is delicious. So anyway, let's see here. When cross-referenced with MIT's cost of living calculator, that barely meets the standard of a living wage in a high-cost region where the cost of housing can run as high as 158% above the national average. Wow. A lower-paid worker at Blizzard Entertainment doesn't receive that bonus. They have less money to spend on gas. So basically, here's the way that it works, okay? Some people can't get this bonus. So the employer, the managers have to decide who to cut. Who's not getting their bonus. Because of this arbitrary system that's set up by probably some board of directors that don't even really know what it is. They're like, oh yeah, my friend uses this at his company, so we're going to do this in our company too. And oh, we're saving tons of money. We're saving hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, and then, meanwhile, Mike Ybarra and the fucking managers have to do this. They don't probably agree with it, but he can't go out and say that. I don't know. Maybe he does. But I doubt that he does, because it seems like most of the other things I've heard about this guy are relatively positive. So I would assume, and also from what Brian Birmingham said, that it wasn't even his idea in the first place. And even, again, keep in mind that whenever Mike Ybarra was put in charge of Blizzard, he was also put in charge with another woman. Her name was, like, I think, Jen O'Neill. And they were supposed to, because, like, you know, you want to have a woman there. You know, it looks pretty good, right? Whenever you fucking have, like, the whole thing with Blizzard, right? And so, anyway, they put the two of them in charge. And both of them went to the executive leadership and they said, we want to be paid the same amount of money. Because, like, this is problematic that she's getting paid way less money than me, hot off the heels of a massive, like, sexual, like, allegation lawsuit thing. And they said no. They said no. So Jen O'Neill fucking leaves the company because she's like, yo, I worked here. I worked in this fucking industry for 30 fucking years only to finally get promoted up to a position to be paid less than a guy that's in the same position. And the only reason you're doing it is because I'm a fucking woman. You spent 30 years to get devolved down to your gender. So, yeah. I feel like whoever's actually making decisions over at Bobby's World over there, they've got to get their shit under control. It's awful. I don't even know what to say. Are boomers on the board? I don't know. So yeah, let's see. Q&A. Slack channel developers could discuss the Q&A exploded in response to the comment. The Q&A took over at Zoom. And the thing is, like, the reason why they can do this to QA, here's the reality, is that QA is very easy to replace in terms of, like, a skill level compared to a designer or a developer. These people get paid very minimal amounts of money, so it's easy to exploit them. This is just the truth, and it's what happens. If you have skills that everybody else has, then nobody cares, because if you're not happy, well, they just fire you and get somebody who is happy. That's the way it goes. So, yeah, and we QA for them. Yeah, and yeah, that's really what it is. So Blizzard's probably going to decide, well, fuck the QA department. Why do we have the PTR? Yeah, I mean, we got people paying us $15 a month to QA. What the hell are we paying these guys $45 grand?
A trip, want me to trip.